Everyone talks about Dubai and El Salvador when it comes to crypto, but there is a quieter jurisdiction that serious digital asset investors are starting to pay a lot more attention to. Here's the thing about most so-called crypto-friendly jurisdictions. They are very good at marketing. They build flashy narratives, make big announcements, and generate headlines. But once the marketing fades, crypto investors start asking a different set of questions. Questions like, can I actually bank here? Is my capital safe? What is the real tax picture? And if things change, can I move my money out without a fight? Those are the questions that point serious investors toward Panama. Not because Panama is loud, but because of what it has quietly been building. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 3 core reasons Panama is drawing increasing attention from crypto-focused investors and families who want a jurisdiction that works in the real world, not just on paper. What are the top 3 criteria crypto investors should look for in a crypto-safe jurisdiction? Before we get into Panama specifically, it is worth defining what serious crypto investors are actually looking for when they evaluate a jurisdiction. There are 3 criteria that come up consistently. First, optimize taxation on crypto gains. No serious investor wants to hand over double-digit capital gains taxes to a government every time a trade closes. Second, crypto-friendly banking, meaning the ability to off-ramp crypto into local currency within the same country. And third, safety. Physical safety, financial safety, currency stability, and the freedom to move capital in and out without unnecessary friction. Keep those 3 criteria in mind as we go through what Panama offers. Reason 1, a tax environment built for capital. Panama operates under what is called a territorial tax system. That means income earned outside of Panama is simply not taxed inside Panama. For crypto investors, this has a meaningful practical implication. Gains from crypto trading are widely viewed as not subject to taxation in Panama, whether the investor is a full-time tax resident or a non-resident holding a local bank account. There is no specific tax regulation in Panama that treats crypto profits the way most Western jurisdictions do. A reasonable question follows immediately. What happens if Panama eventually updates its tax code to address crypto specifically? Even then, because of the territorial framework, income generated outside Panama would remain outside Panama's taxing authority. There are already investors who hold Panamanian residency, trade equities, and capital market instruments offshore through Panamanian accounts and have zero tax payable on those profits inside Panama. This is not a loophole. It is how the system has been designed and has functioned for decades. That durability matters. Reason 2, banking that is actually catching up. The ability to off-ramp crypto to convert digital assets into a usable fiat currency within the same banking ecosystem is one of the most practical barriers investors face in most jurisdictions. Panama is beginning to solve that problem. Tower Bank became the first Panamanian institution to offer a digital wallet, allowing investors to hold a US dollar account alongside crypto in a single banking relationship. That means Bitcoin can be converted directly into US dollars within the same bank, removing the complicated cross-border structuring that creates additional tax and compliance friction elsewhere. After Tower Bank demonstrated that demand, other Panamanian banks began developing their own crypto-related products. The expectation, based on current market signals, is that at least 2 or 3 additional institutions will follow suit over the coming year. There's also an emerging product in development, a crypto-backed real estate loan structure. Under this concept, an investor provides a 40% deposit in Bitcoin and the bank finances the remaining 60% of a local real estate purchase. The details are still being finalized, but if rolled out, Panama would join a very small group of financial centers offering crypto-collateralized real estate solutions. Panama's economy is also fully dollarized. Every banking transaction, corporate account, property purchase, and service payment is conducted in US dollars. For crypto investors off-ramping and redeploying capital, this removes the additional friction of foreign exchange risk that exists in non-dollar jurisdictions. Reason 3, safety, stability, and strategic flexibility. Safety is one of the most underestimated parts of the Panama story. Many investors without direct experience in Latin America assume the region carries uniform risk. Panama Panama City is often perceived as safer than many major metropolitan cities in North America. That is not a minor detail for investors making long-term capital commitments. Panama is also home to more than 80 local and international banks. That level of institutional depth does not exist by accident. It reflects decades of trust, compliance infrastructure, and financial credibility. Moving capital in and out of personal or corporate accounts is relatively straightforward, provided standard banking compliance is respected. Panama residency, qualified investor visa versus friendly nations visa. Then there is the immigration dimension, which creates a bridge between crypto holdings and long-term residency planning. Panama offers two primary investment-linked residency pathways. On one hand, the qualified investor program, which has no nationality restrictions, requires a qualifying investment starting at $300,000 in real estate. On the other, the Friendly Nations program, open to citizens of approximately 50 approved nationalities, including Canadians, Americans, and most Europeans, requires a qualifying real estate or certified bank deposit investment starting at $200,000. What makes this directly relevant to crypto investors is the off-ramp pathway. An investor can off-ramp crypto into a Panamanian bank account and then transfer those funds to a qualifying real estate developer or certified deposit to initiate a residency application. Panama's residency rules also require only one visit every 2 years to maintain status, which makes the system highly flexible for investors who want a financial footprint in the country without a full relocation commitment. For investors not interested in residency at all, there is a further option. Many real estate developers in Panama already accept direct crypto payment for property purchases. There is a conversion fee involved. However, when clients work directly with us for their Panama acquisition, we are able to offer a cashback rebate that offsets a substantial portion of that fee. Panama is not the loudest voice in the global crypto conversation. That may be exactly why serious investors are starting to pay attention. What is taking shape is a practical convergence. Territorial tax logic, US dollar banking, improving crypto off-ramp infrastructure, residency flexibility, and real estate access. This is precisely what we help clients navigate at INGWE, assessing jurisdictions, structuring investments, and executing the full process from strategy through residency approval and destination support. Panama is part of your planning, or if you want to understand whether it should be, the next step is a private consultation with our team. And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more key insights in global investment and migration. See you in the next video.